And we are back, everybody. Here we go. We're back in it to win it. So,
while we were away, he abused us.
that's what I do. It's what I do. I abuse people. You guys have been given information.
Yeah, now subscribe so that way he can stop abusing us.
For only 90 cents a month,
yes.
You too can support your local streamer from being abused.
And just remember, if you have Twitch Prime, you can support your favorite streamer for free.
That's right.
By hitting that button up there.
That is correct. You guys can do that. All right. Yes. Hey, Farm, what's up, buddy? Yes, you guys have been given information. You have wrapped up your brief meeting with the Pook. It didn't take very long. I would say probably less than half an hour. Lots of directions that you can go now. You've been given information regarding who might potentially have your friend.
So, do I recall the first sigil the Aspis gave us?
Yes. Yes, it's matching. It's matching information. Bear in mind, it wasn't a seal though. It was like a stamp. It's like a print, even.
Come on, push the button.
Yeah, I remember it being different.
Mm-hmm. But now that you stand in the streets of the Brown Asp, and people pass you by, knowing full well that you've just come from a meeting with the Pook, nobody steps out of this building without at least seeing someone appointed to that portion of the cartel. You've been given back your weapons. Sanju, more or less, as kindly tossed you out as you can. He doesn't really know what to make of you at this point.
Thanks. I still think you're very pretty.
There's a sneer and like a tightening of his eyes. Just turns and walks back into the building.
He'll like me eventually.
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to go with that.
Hey!
You too.
Buddy, I love you.
Hey.
And the Oscar goes to apparently me for the most convincing mom like utterance. I'm role playing, buddy.
Oh,
He says.
it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Hey, I grow on people.
Is that what she calls it?
I am so good to you. Is this how? I'm still role playing.
Don't make me turn this stream around.
He's totally like, what's wrong? What's going on? I'm pretending, Alex. I'm pretending. Well, fine. If that's how you all are going to be, then I will just... Should I be mean instead? I see. Never mind.
So, anyway, I don't exactly believe that it's the Aspis concern for some reason, but I mean, I guess the symbols do match. Some reason I remember it being different, but whatever. Anyway, do you recall that I mean, really, they kind of always found us?
I think she's pouting.
Oh, that's fine. She could pout away. But,
Her tail seems to be whipping feverishly so. There's fervent motion. She is upset.
I'm always nice to you too. Always.
Glancing over her shoulder, interrupting you in your thought.
I guess the only place that we can go to is I mean, we already got your sword for the day, then I don't know. I guess we retire back to our quarters for now and try to plot our next steps, because now we need to find the the Aspis Consortium.
Oh man. You're met with tepid and heavy brows and a grumpy frown. somewhere beyond that face is lurking a.
Go on.
Oh my god, it's perfect.
It's puppy cat. It's me right now. Fine. Whatever you want to do, Donkor. Fine.
For the first time in a while, to be completely honest with you, the only thing I want to do is just ban my shop and not have to worry about any of this anymore.
Well, then I'll find the fire lady, and I'll get all the money, and I'll find the bird lady. This is very distressing below the surface, you know, and I'm just trying to help.
Ronan's got to have something. He's got to have something at this point. His allies are bickering.
I'm just smiling, watching them bicker back and forth.
Okay.
I'm going to look down at it. Then you can sleep in your own room tonight. Not you, buddy.
What did I do?
Why do I have to sleep in my own room? What did I?
I'm so confused. Well, because the irony of this, I hate to derail, but now I feel like I have to explain, is that it's been so weird. He'll like be like, "Hey, can I come sleep in here tonight?" I'm like, "Sure." So now he's like, "Wait, what?
What did I do?"
Right.
This kid's gonna be traumatized.
I know. My mom said she was role playing, but I really thought she was mad at me.
Perfect.
Sorry. I am not talking to you for the next, I'm literally role playing, okay? Thumbs up. Thanks. Sorry.
She's lying.
It's okay. In this time, we know.
Oh, the friggin' slander.
We know home life is going to happen. There are kids in at least two of the houses, so it's bound to happen.
Yep.
It's bound to happen. That's fine. So he continues to smile on, and you say that you can find another place to sleep. You won't be sleeping in my room tonight.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to Ronan then? Does the smile continue to fall over your face, or are you shaking?
No, I'm shooken. I'm shaken.
Yes, shooketh.
I'm shooketh. I'm shooketh to my core. What do you mean I can't sleep in your room?
You're not being nice to me. Why
What?
would I?
What did I say?
You're laughing at my pain.
I'm not laughing at any pain. I just think it's silly that you're trying to be nice to a half-orc.
Why? He deserves someone to be nice to him as well.
Half-orc? We just killed 2 half-orcs 10 minutes ago.
But he was so pretty, and he was very. He did
There you
nothing
go,
to us
yeah.
that says that we have to kill him.
He doesn't seem like a very nice guy, and he doesn't seem like...
I feel like he has some baggage, but in general is probably a very nice person, orc, half person, orc.
Have you met a half-orc that has been nice to you?
Dude.
He ignored you for like 3 minutes when you were trying to talk to him.
Well, he had a job to do. I mean, I can't fault him for that.
Fair enough.
So, what's the plan?
I don't know. You tell me.
Go back to the Tooth Hookah and figure it out from there. Good.
Sure. Fine.
Then it's that. You still have a fair amount of your day left. But at least 2 of the party, likely 3 at this point, are not exactly smitten with each other. There's a mild, I don't want to say quite discontempt, but irritation, I would say, that sort of lurks between the 3 of them. Confirms Neff likes half-orc baggage. Lord.
Oh my god. Hey. Maybe.
This part of her adventuring life demands...
Don't kink shame.
demands for certain holes to be filled. Oh man, Lord, yeah, that's good stuff. Sorry, just
Argues.
reeling from that
Hold on.
that pre-break giggle.
Is it more props time? All right. So back on track.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I dare
Yes,
say that
I
I
did.
need to pog.
Yeah. So heading back to the Tooth and Hookah. This I can already tell what this episode is. This is the reconvening of our allies. It's been a fair time since we've actually had an opportunity to decompress and RP together. So it's like the training wheels are back on. It feels kind of good. It's nice because it's like we're relearning. I'm feeling it. So you return to the Tooth and Hookah. Farhan sits behind the bar. He seems to be speaking to a patron, one that you've never seen before. No one really descript or relevant that you can tell. But he owns an establishment, and he maintains business proper. If you head to the stairs, his eyes will drift to you briefly, and then you'll get a nod, and then back to whomever he's tending to.
I'm gonna give him a really frantic hello.
Okay. You waver a hello. He takes it upon himself. He sees this, and he kind of casts just a quick, like, got it, understand. Ronan just walking, looking like a helicopter of death, with his greatsword on his back. Just
Yep.
so quiet.
Sorry.
But it's okay. You're home. You're safe. The summer sun no longer licks your backs. You have an idea. You have a direction, a destination. You have time. And that's good. Time is very important. You have lots of day left. You have plenty of avenues to discuss, plenty of things to go over. You've met heaps of individuals inside of the town. I think we need to re-aggregate our NPC list just to make sure that we're all up to snuff. And you can do such. You can waste the day away, sort of having a bit of a cat nap, if you will, in the sun. You can try to clean up Pilaka's room. That is still bound to have Farhan and Fitz. You can try to get a word out to the Aspis. But more than anything, the table is yours to make these decisions.
Well, let's see. How did we get the Aspis to take notice of us the last time, Neferani?
I don't know.
Good talk.
Wait, what was the question?
I was asking Neferani how we got the Aspis Consortium to reach out to us the last time.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I have a feeling that you're mad about something, and I'm not quite sure what it is.
last time they threw like a knife at our door and put like her hair and the note on it. Like, I don't know that we actually did anything. No, Aspis. No, that was the Pook. Okay, hold on. I'm messing things up. I don't remember. I don't know. It wasn't because I kissed someone. Was it? I don't remember. But it could have been because I kissed someone.
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
You know, there are several information brokers in town. The first time you met the Aspis Consortium, they sought you out. Particularly when you were applying for position. You wanted to go for a title of your adventuring group.
Oh, it was the bank after I was like really sassy to the person and like intimidated the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
That's right.
They sought you out. They offered you a job. Said that they'll make sure that some strings have been pulled and that you will get into a particular location so that you can retrieve some paperwork.
Ooh, did we ever give that paperwork to them?
Yeah, we did. We gave them the
Okay.
scrolls that they wanted.
Oh, okay. We should probably because we've said we do a lot of things, and we're a couple people down, and we should probably reassess what we owe, so that we don't get in trouble from people who aren't friendly.
I mean, to be completely fair, the only thing I currently remember is finding Shamara and then waiting for the next lottery of the Necropolis, which, before we even do that, we need to find allies who would be willing to join us. But I have no idea of anybody who's combat ready. It's not my expertise.
I mean, we could go downstairs and look to see who walks in.
More than likely drunkards, and if anything, unless they were already in a party, I guess.
I mean, we're here.
Well, because we had no other place to stay. I mean, as a group, anyway.
We also need to talk to Jamara's dad, right?
We spoke to him not even...
Right, but he's waiting for us to do something for him.
Yeah, we let him know that we haven't found anything.
Right, but he expects us to find something eventually, right?
I mean, it's not like it's even been a couple of days. We're not miracle workers.
All right. Well then, I mean, it sounds like I want to go on more adventures. I don't want to not go on it. I certainly don't want to sit around here. I mean, look at the birds room. Ronan, how much cheese would it take for you to clean the birds room?
I don't think you have enough cheese for that.
Try me. What about if you cleaned 1/4 of the birds room?
Do I look like somebody that cleans stuff?
Do I look like someone that cleans stuff? One of us is going to have to do it. It should be all of us. We all take a little piece of it. And I was offering you cheese, but now I think we just have to split it.
How? Have you ever seen a goblin encampment? It's pretty disgusting.
Do I look like that's in my concern realm right now?
I don't even know how to clean.
You're smart, right?
Let's find out how smart, actually. Let's take a look at that character sheet.
Yeah, I've only got 13 intelligence.
That's 3 points above the average commoner. So yes, technically, you're like a micro Einstein.
Wait, what's his wisdom?
His wisdom, I think, is like a 12.
Oh, his intelligence is what?
A 13.
Yeah, that's higher than mine.
Does that mean that I can clean?
I mean,
yes.
Yeah, realistically. Remember, you were moved by culture. You were moved by art and design. That doesn't necessarily mean that, maybe you live in a form of chaos, right? Maybe chaos by design is your own sort of culture, but that means that you still have to apply yourself in this situation. When Ryu finds out that his goblin is the second smartest in the party. That happens.
Right now, I think he is.
Mm-hmm.
13 in score equivalent of about 130 IQ. Where's the lie?
Wait, so if a 13 is a 130, what is a 19 in score? A 190?
It means you're smart as fuck.
You're Gandalf.
Yeah, but not Gandalf the Wise.
There is a precipice of which they cap, right? Like every score has an amount of which they tend to max out at, and the human equivalent is generally nothing greater than 18 to 20. If you have multiple stats at 18 to 20, you are peak. You were meant to be drafted by the gods.
Right.
Yeah, having a 20.
My charisma is 18 though. So remember that.
It's true.
My charisma is a 4.
Go clean that room. Okay, how about this?
Wow.
Can I so so it would mean a lot to me if you at least tried to clean the room, and I will let you sleep in my room again. Is there any kind of diplomacy roll
Yeah,
I
give me
can
diplomacy,
make?
actually. Give me diplomacy.
What the fuck?
Give me a sense motive for you.
Hold on.
I can't even come close to that.
It's a really
Rolled
good.
nat 20 on a +10.
Oh,
No fucking way, mate. No way. She just flat trumped you by 10. By like times 10.
I put on my apron, my little goblin apron.
Kiss the goblin.
She has got a compelling argument, right? Like getting to be able to sleep and at the foot of her bed it's much better. You definitely don't want to sleep alone.
I still want my cheese, and then I'll go in the room.
I will get you cheese. I'm a cat of my word.
A 30? How the fuck did you roll a 30?
20 and 10, mate.
Again?
20 and 10. That'll do. Yeah,
I got one good stat. I got one stat.
And I mean, for the amount of bad rolls tonight, there was bound to be a couple of good ones. And Neff rolled a natural 20 on her bluff, and then followed it with a natural 20 on her diplomacy.
So now I'm out.
I'm telling you, if you roll another natural 20, you need to go buy a fucking lottery ticket right away, because that's some
Dude, I'm like the new sniper of the group. I've rolled a 0. I've rolled a -1. I rolled a 3.
You rolled 2 1s, actually.
I rolled 2 1s.
Yeah.
That's too good. That's super good. Okay, so I think what's best right now, because it seems like widely like we're slightly out of the loop here. We need to probably discuss what jobs are on the table. What is there still left to investigate? And this is mostly out of character moments here. So let's discuss that. What is there left to do? I'll bullet point it, and I'll make sure that it's written down, and I'll get it in note form. So what can you guys recall that you still have to do?
We have to find Jamara.
Okay. Find Jamara. Got it. What else? What else are you thinking?
The only thing that's popping to mind, because I'm really drawing a blank here, is maybe even seeing if we could reconvene with Zanjafar, because Neferani had a prophecy that it was either Ronan or Zanjafar that had to die.
So we're gonna just witness his death. Just
Okay.
show up to see him die.
Convene with Zanjafar. All right. What else popped up on the board? There's a few pretty obvious ones.
Go back into re-enter the necropolis.
Yep.
Find the bird and the dwarf.
Re-enter Necropolis. Find Abasi and Palaka. What do you do when you find them? Are you just going to be like, okay, we know where you are? Or are there more goals with those people individually?
See, with Donkor, he's like, I guess they're gone, or Abasi at this point. He's like,
Well, we need a bunch of stuff from Abasi. If he's not gonna like truck with us anymore, like there was a bunch of papers that I know we talked about wanting.
Okay, so recover.
Getting back,
Recover goods.
documents, because they could be valuable.
Recover goods from Abasi. All right.
Find new adventurers to go with.
Fill the party.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
clearly Neferani wants to get laid.
Hey, that might be a little projection. So let's,
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all wrong with that.
Hey, quarantine's rough on us.
Yeah, it's things. It's things. We'll just say that.
We're back. I gotta go bone my lady.
Good. Well,
You gonna proposition her like that too?
Like, what's the...
You want a bone?
Right. Ask her if she wants a little of the pokety poke.
Ooh, that's a classic pickup there. The ye old pokety poke.
The old pokey poke.
Right.
Okay, so I've got find Jamara, convene with Zanjafar, re-enter the necropolis, find Abasi and Palaka, recover goods from Abasi, fill the party. I feel like there's still some more. Pokety poke, okay. Minor quest.
We probably should follow back up with the noble family to see if they had any jobs. We could check them out. We probably should take care of the whole god problem.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing that we definitely
go.
forgot. That we even spoke about at the very beginning. You're supposed to get a sword and go back. Yeah, let's go.
There we go. You were talking about that whole god problem. That little Akentepe thing.
Just little. Well,
Yeah.
she's been quiet. It's easy. There is probably a little bit of denial there. I do want to learn language, but that's more of a, like, when I level up, I'm going to take some without the bird. I saw the value of knowing ancient Assyrian.
Yeah, take a point. It's something that's gonna have to work on both a mechanical scale and a narrative scale. One, you need to find a teacher or a book that you're capable of reading to translate. Two, you got to put a point into linguistics. So the next time you level up, you'll have to put a point in linguistics, and you'll be able to take that.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
But that's a personal goal.
So, what about Akentepe? This is one that I feel like we can explore for a bit.
Donkor doesn't really know much about Akentepe. He actually doesn't even know anything about ancient Osirian.
True,
so.
but like this isn't just necessarily from Donkor's look. This is all like I'm asking like out of game. Like, what does Marc think about Akentepe? Like, what would you want to figure out?
I don't know. Honestly, it's one of those things where, as a player, I'm like, I wanna explore this because I want to see how we can prevent her from even, like, how do we stop her if she's really trying to take over the city? How do we stop that?
Well,
We just let it happen and just side with her. The GG, right? But,
right, like, have we? Can we figure out our motives, and then I mean, maybe we might like her motives.
That's fair. You might actually. So motives. So discover motives. What about discovering the truth of what happened? Do you think that's a part of motives, or do you feel like that's
I think
something that you
so.
can still gain
I'll say
elsewhere?
you're part of Modus.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So discover motives. Where do you think it's going to branch to? You're going to have one of two directions. Align with or stop. Right? I feel like that's...
Right.
Yeah. It's pretty fair.
Align with or stop. Got it. All right. Then how do you stop her? How do you stop a god?
Oh, well, I mean, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, in time.
I mean, I guess it depends on what. Like, if there might be other resources we could tap into.
Could be, yeah.
Right? Like, if she's doing X, like, maybe like there's something with Lamashtu that we could leverage. There's different different options when we find out what her.
I wonder is anybody else at all curious about one of your members of your party being legitimately guided by a god?
Yeah, Donkor. Donkor right now is literally just he's trying to figure out why, because it's like a sudden change of heart. But nothing that he knows immediately right now is like,
Who's being guided by the god?
Oh, Bossy.
Bossy.
Is it just Abasi?
As far as we know, they could be Ronan and Neferani. Who knows?
Actually,
Yeah,
Neff
that's
knows.
true. I
Ne-
do?
Yeah. Remember when you went into that church?
Vaguely.
There was this woman that worked there. Her name was Seti. Seti the crocodile. She told you that you had been guided by the hands of a particular god.
Oh yeah.
I don't. My memory is failing me.
There was a trace of Sobek guiding you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sobek was the crocodile-headed god. Why? So I guess the question is not why is blank? It's more as in why are we being guided by gods?
Mhm.
Okay, so then from there you have a lot of these like mild personal stories. Do you feel like we have closed the gap on Ronan's personal story?
No.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
I mean, we don't know much of anything besides that Dickhead is a dick head.
So you've got Decay. You have the Asesh family. Oh my goodness. Fierce Kittens. What's going on? Thanks so much for dropping so many folks in. We're actually doing some, it's that polite raid, yeah. Thank you so much, Fierce. I appreciate that. Asesh family. Welcome in, guys. We're playing a little bit of D&D, if you will. We're actually playing Pathfinder. This is The Mummy's Mask, episode 29. We're trying to wrap up some ideas on quest lines. So welcome in, everybody, as we do this. So then we've got Donkor. What is Donkor's quests right now? What is your personal events that are happening for you?
I think a lot of what's happening internally is that he wants to know more about the history of Scale Hearts, because now he's got a glimpse of it, but he wasn't necessarily interested. But as time goes on, it kind of like weighs on his mind.
Sure.
You know,
History of Scale Hearts. That makes sense.
he definitely at some point wants to begin taking up some deals that he has. He wants to see if maybe he can rise to the ranks of Wati, because his wallet's getting kind of low. So,
It is. Yeah, your finances are starting to drain, which is it's sad, because you've worked basically your entire life to make sure this could happen, and most of your money has gone to funding other people's equipment.
yeah.
You're like an angel investor.
But no way. I mean, I thought we had a lot of money. I didn't think we were spending anything out of pocket at this point, like between
Yeah.
gems and.
You guys did have a lot of money, but it was
spent
being
it.
spent. Yeah, it was being
No,
spent.
that's true.
Yeah.
Back to the necropolis.
Yeah, the necropolis is a resource to tap. Remember, there is still another location that you guys can travel to. I will let you know now, just as an out of game thing. And this is mostly for everybody else that's watching. That entrance that you had developed, that exit that you dug through, shifting sands, it's going to close it up. That marker that you had to really show you where it's at, it's not going to be there anymore. There was a lot of footfall courtesy of crocodiles, and something like that's going to get knocked over, roll down into the river itself.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, if it is a bathing area for a sphinx, well, do you think she's just going to let a flag or a stick just stick right up and like, here there be sphinxes? Like, that's just not going to happen. So we've got the history of Scale Hearts. We have money, question mark?
Yeah, money's definitely a thing to look into.
Sure.
And I guess the only other thing that he would personally have is tried to see if he can there's a word that I'm looking for, and it's like on the tip of my tongue, and I'm losing it. I guess chronicle all of the information that he has from all this, so that way maybe he can bind it and sell it as detailed as he possibly can.
Sure.
Write his memoirs.
Less so a memoir, but more so like a series of events that would shape, I guess what he was going through with at the Mend, which would shape history. Because at this point, you know, he can make a lot of notoriety or a lot of money based on the information that he has.
You should note they're unfortunate events. I think that might
series
be a good title.
of unfortunate events,
Yeah, I think that's a good book title.
as told by Donkor, a broke merchant.
Broke merchant. Yeah, right now. I'm
Right now, yeah. Notate all info for future purposes. Okay, and then that immediately leaves, unless I'm forgetting something from Ronan, that leaves us with Neferani. What sort of information or quest lines do we have open up for Neferani?
Well, she's not really curious about that memory that's gone.
Makes sense. It's not there.
It's not there, right? And she's not really, I don't know. When it comes to her family, she's kind of still on her I want adventure. That's what I want to do.
Sure.
I mean, in the scheme of things, it hasn't been that long, right? So
No,
she's
it's
had a
not.
lot of experience packed into not a whole lot of time. So she's still, young and eager and wanting to.
You are very much
mingle.
so. It's like 10 years ago was when you experienced your mother's passing, or
Right.
what you can recall of it. So in that time, I mean, you had to grow up really, really fast.
Mm-hmm. So I think that I would think her main goals right now are to gain more experience.
Okay.
Hoggies.
Be better. Gain experience. So do we really think that, like, maybe we're going to see this table turning and this overall growth from Neferani? Like, does she become more bold? Is she more reckless?
I think that she's definitely swinging towards the reckless right
Okay.
now. Just as like a natural reaction to getting a whole bunch of experience and a whole little like she feels a little fearless.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And she knows she can talk her way out of a whole lot of situations. So she doesn't see a whole lot of risk in doing things until she probably I'm assuming she's going to hit that that risk versus payoff
Right.
wall and learn. And when she gets there, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like whatever situationally occurs, like what lessons I'm able to pull out for her.
Okay.
Right. Like, because she could go, I mean, she's not going to go any kind of terrible way. I don't think that's in her nature, but like, does she become emboldened by seeing like the choices she should have made? Or does she, decide that maybe leadership isn't for her and she's much more of a, like, because she hasn't really, stretched her bard legs that
No,
much.
Not really, no.
So
you've had one mission.
I know. Yeah. So she's still really green.
Yeah. Okay, so gain experience, like really sort of find your sea legs about this. That's good. And while that might seem very vague and open-ended, that means that there's still a lot left to explore about your character.
Exactly.
I still think that more is going to come up about family. So I'm going to put family question mark because it's not been the first or even the second time that your family has been brought up. But you have dodged that bullet every time. You were just like, nah, not today. Not today. We're not bringing that up.
Pretty much.
But I still think that there's some other things on the table. Like, for instance, the Aspis Consortium. They're not done with you.
Clearly not.
The Pook. He's not done with you. By any stretch of the means here. We've got the Mend. You were upsetting the fabric of history. You've brought them information that can change the scope of the historical landscape. So you're gaining rapport. I don't know if you've started earning respect, but there is something worth meriting. Mechanically, I can inform you this. When you start earning a certain level of rapport in a town, you actually start gaining favors. You gain favors, you gain respect, you gain private meetings. You can also start gaining, for instance, you gain discounts. If people respect you, they're just like, yeah, no, what you're doing is great. You're doing wonderful things for us in our community, and of course we would be happy to give you something if it means that, well, you can live on and you'll remain storied and continue helping us. It's like, why rock the boat? Especially if you're just going to keep giving back. Yeah, so that's there. But it looks like you guys got to find a lot of missing people. You have to find Zanjafar, Jamara, Abasi, Palaka. You got to find Akentepe in a place where most of them don't want to be found. You can rule some of this out right away. Zanjafar is likely with the Pharaoh. It's also likely that when you find Abasi, you will likely find Akentepe.
Hoggies.
Oof.
Aspis Consortium. Very good chance that you find Jamara, or at least a destination for Jamara. But it sort of leaves Palaka out. Palaka's been the oddball the entire time, which I think is interesting to say the least.
I think of all of them, though, even though I like the bird lady, right? I think of all of them, she'd probably be the lowest priority because
Yes.
I mean, she's very independent, and it's clear. Even to Neferani, who would want to find her, she's less like, I feel like Abasi's interests and like full out of character. If Jared hopped back in tomorrow, I think it would work. I think if Palaka hopped back in tomorrow, it would be and it was like a long-term thing. It would. I don't know why she would.
Right.
And not that we couldn't figure out what that looked like, but I feel like from looking at in character actions from out of character, I don't know. I think that she would be the lower priority. What do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I think that Abasi would be the higher priority, definitely.
Do you think that Abasi is higher than Jamara? Because it sounded like tonight you guys really wanted like Jamara on the top of that list. You're pushing for it.
I mean, that's money, right?
Yes, it is.
I feel like a lot of what was going on with Jamara was mainly because we haven't explored that at all. Like we haven't even stepped forward into that. We kind of like, yeah, that's a thing, and then we just did everything else.
I will let you know now that, not like in video games, if you don't finish a quest, the quest doesn't just sit there like a question mark in your journal. It
goes away.
It goes away. It goes away. Like the world still continues to spin, shift, and shape. So inevitably, if you just flat don't pursue the Aspis, there's going to be repercussions. Jamara might die. I don't want to see Jamara die, especially since she is still valuable to a lot of you. And the old man, very valuable to that person as well. There's still lots to uncover, that's what I will say. But I think you guys have done a really good job of hammering out some of the more immediate details. I still think that there are some that are lurking, which is great, because it's good to have some unexplored things that just pop up. But that's something that we're going to have to uncover with a little bit of time. And I think that we're not really going to have much in the way of an after show, because this was sort of our in-game after show. It's just to kind of keep everybody up to snuff and up to par. There was a little bit of like I don't want to say anxiety, because it's not anxiety, but there was some nervousness stepping back into the characters for like the first time, and I again blame this on the world. This is entirely the world's fault more than anything. But we will get back into this with ease, and I think when we start introducing new characters, that is going to happen. I actually have 3 people that I'm talking to at the moment to potentially swing in. Some mild apprehension, yeah, Space Cat, I can agree with that. So very soon we will likely see the swing in of some new faces, and we'll see what happens here. Inevitably, when you invite new people into the party, into the fray, there's going to be new quests. There's going to be new challenges that are put before you. And we'll see what happens. I'm stoked. I'm very, very excited for it. But at the same time, who knows? You guys might get along, thick as thieves. Or you could hate each other. That happens. But characters bounce back regardless. I know that Palaka didn't particularly care much for Ronan, at least in the short time. Not to say that...
No.
Is that a size joke?
It certainly can be. It certainly can be.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist it.
That's good stuff. So we'll see what comes of this. But I'm prepared right now. This is probably our best stopping point, since we've just sort of uncovered what I think is like the birth of everything that is going on in the city. We have personal stories back highlighted, and I'll detail this out to make sure that everybody can get this information.
Yeah, and I just want to say I appreciate it, because I know that, especially right now, there's a level of functional thought that I am incapable of. Right? Like, I feel like we all kind of have like a fuzzy haze.
Yeah.
And in general, and I know that for me, it's different. This isn't like the Olympics, right? We don't have to compete, but this is like, I know that mine is different, because nothing is the same for me. So I'm very much trying to in this month, I've started a brand new job on top of all this, and had to walk away from most of my streaming hours. And
Yeah.
so this has been a huge transition for me. And I know that I have done, I will say I'm definitely like doing my best to stay present and engaged.
Sure.
And I appreciate you grounding us in terms of like it was helpful for me to just get a 50,000 foot view of where we are.
Sometimes that's what it takes. And I know that not every night is going to be a banger on the roleplay. It's just inevitable. Some things just happen that way, and that's okay. But sometimes you also have to just take a glance back from that 50,000 foot view and really peer down at what's happening, look at all the pieces moving, and decide what your next move is. It also isn't going to hurt to have some new blood in the party so that they can add a new energy. I knew that there was going to be a mild amount of mind fog coming into this, especially getting back into players. I mean, Ryu almost spaced the voice, and I had to find all of my notes over again. It's just a lot of shit's happening, and that's okay. Nature of the biz, it's going to happen that way.
When are you going to call me out like that?
Because you said it on broadcast, like you.
No.
You said it.
No.
It's like, I mean, Lester Check, you said it. I'm just reiterating what you said. But
Fair enough.
But we there, and that happens, right? Hell, so much so that I introduced a new character today, and I don't know if I don't write this down now, is anybody else going to notate that? Because our last heavy note taker, I think it was more on the lines of Blacklight. Blacklight was real big on taking notes for a short time, but Nick's not around. So,
Right.
Anybody to notate Sanju?
Yeah.
He's going to be
But
a
I didn't
recurring
put it in
character.
this.
Right. Like I need to
We need to clean it up. We need
Yeah,
to clean it up,
no,
especially for any
absolutely.
incoming parties. So that's something that we can work on. The pretty one, yeah, Sanju. Yeah.
It's the pretty one.
He's something else. He's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. A lot of fun. It's gonna be good to see it. Plus, there's always Deked. I'm stoked to have him return. He's a lot of fun for me to roleplay as well.
and in out of character, I don't even hate him.
No, I don't think so. I don't think anybody really hates him
Right.
that much.
He gives me anxiety in and out of character.
In and out of character.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, he's shifty. He does things.
He's
But-
kind of quirky, though.
It's all in the
Yeah.
name of survival. You know, you do what you got to do, and you lean on your strengths.
He feels kind of like Sanjeev as well.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm also gonna save this effect. I like it.
Yeah, that was a good one. I liked him.
Yeah.
But I think that might be my second favorite voice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was the
Right,
first?
The Alchemist. What I've been watching a lot of Parks and Rec. The Archivist.
Yeah. You're like a old Arky boy.
Yes, there is something about his voice, and I rather enjoy.
I do
He's a
like
lot
it
of fun.
I do like a little bit of Pockies in his voice. It sounds good.
You were riding the bog train so hard.
Oh my God.
Oh, I love it. All right, guys. That's going to be it for us tonight. We're going to wrap this up here. Like I said, there's not going to be an after show for this episode, but next time we play, I'm aiming for next Tuesday. God forbid, unless life happens. It will be our 30th episode.
Yay.
And
I'll wear a hat.
It's, yeah.
Party hat.
I just might too. I just might do that too. So we'll see you guys. Tomorrow, and well, every day there and after. We're trying to increase, stream hours and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and give our casters an opportunity to shout out what they're doing, where they can be found. We'll start on the right this time. Donkor.
What's up, guys? My name is That Boy, coming at you live from my unicycle. No, but anyway. but more specifically, my name is Marc, or K-Ouija, depending on which one you know me by. Recently I've gone by both because I kicked back up my YouTube channel.
Nice.
And I do a lot of tutorials for Phantasy Star Online 2, but I'll also be doing a lot of horror games. Right now on stream, I'm doing a lot of Phantasy Star Online 2. I'm a little bit annoyed that we've gotten zero information on a PC release, but it's fun. So if you have an Xbox, download it. Come play with us. And subscribe to TheBubbernaut. Because he's a juggernaut.
Oh, it's the TheBubbernaut bitch. That's true. There is some
It's
truth
the
to this.
BubberNaut, bitch.
Yes. That's true. Neferani, it seemed to be gripping your knee, or
This is Puppy Cat, is who it is. This is what it is. But it's also apparently my angry eyes.
it's
I
so
looked
good.
up when I was looking around. I was like, "Oh wait, that's me
Stay
right
a
there."
while and
So
listen.
I used to stream on Twitch. So, but for now, I stream here. I feel like I'm Nick. Like, have I turned into Nick? Shit.
Closing the gap.
Oh my god. Twitch.tv/TheBubbernaut. That's where you are. Follow
damn it.
him if
God
you
damn
haven't
it.
already, and hit that subscribe button. I mean, my link's in the channel, but that's just where a garbage human streams. Don't go there. But I will be on tomorrow night, probably playing more Animal Crossing because it's one of the only things that sparks joy right now. So that's what we'll be doing. And I did just roll all those dice for you, knocked, and I got a nat 20.
Nice.
There you go.
Viper Falcon, you can watch more tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a very different kind of game, but also interesting regardless. And I think it's actually gonna be. Let me take a look here, real quick. Let's see. What do we got? It is episode. Too much.
1,000,007 of
What?
Shackled City.
179.
Was close.
179. So that's 179 minimum of 3.5 to 4 hour sessions average. We've still had a couple that have gone like 6 to 7 hours. So that'll be tomorrow. Come check that out. But before we go, we've got one left here. We've got your boy Ronan, the
It's
barbarian.
your boy, Ryu,
Mhm.
back at it again with another outro. Why am I always last?
We're not always last.
You're
No,
not always
no.
last.
I'm always in the middle.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, next time
Well,
I'll switch
don't
it
act
up.
like you.
Hey, I feel called out.
Next time I'll switch it up. Okay, I'll go.
No, it's fine.
I'll go first.
Stay a
Fuck
while
you guys.
and listen.
I'm RyutheRed, twitch.tv/RyutheRed. I play a lot of ESO and Smite, and I've not been playing Animal Crossing, but I've been watching it a lot. So if you have anything that you want to talk about with Animal Crossing, I probably know what it is, including which fish are coming next month and all that good stuff.
All the happy fish are coming next month.
Yep.
How about
Also,
the fish I can't catch this month?
if you guys do play Animal Crossing, hit me up on Discord. I can get you a code, and you guys can visit my wife's island, and we can touch hands.
All right. It's a tip of sorts.
Also, bring all your Prime subs to Bub so that we can have re-rolls, so that I don't have to keep rolling zeros and -1s.
Truth. Truth on that.
Yeah, he really needs them.
Right. I mean, if without them, can he even dance? Wow, you can really dance.
God damn it.
Wow, you can really dance.
Oh
Wow,
Lord.
you can really dance. He said.
He's getting it.
Mm-mm-mm. We've both been dancing all this time. What a
What a
coincidence.
coincidence.
Please, someone,
That shit.
You guys watch way too much TikTok.
Yeah.
someone end my life.
Man, that was a YouTube me before it was on TikTok.
Yeah. and Vine. I mean, come on. What's old is new again?
All right, folks. Last, but certainly not least, it's me. It's Bub. It's your boy. Doing Bub things over here. Occasionally telling stories and whatnot. Hopefully we get back to cycling through this every week. That'd be really cool. I'd like that a lot. Tomorrow, Shackled City. Thursdays, we had to end. We reached the end of our Blades in the Dark game, but we're looking at some new stuff in the coming future. So make sure you check that out. And Saturdays I roleplay on the Roll4 channel. I play Vampire the Masquerade, where I play a Nosferatu vampire by the name of Ali. And we have a wild time trying to not blow up Chicago. Yeah, that's me. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna go ahead and peace on out of here, so we can have any kind of like post chats. There's not really a post show, but I'm sure there's always some kind of like post talk. So
Let's pog.
yeah, we're gonna go do that. So love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.